Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video tutorial. This will be board number 53, which will be a continuation of the previous board, and we will still be dealing with the central cannon with third pawn advancement versus greenhouse defense with third pawn advancement variation. In this board, Black would choose another method of defense. So without further ado, let us begin. Central cannon, greenhouse defense, and a third pawn advancement. Black counters likewise, and since piece 3+1 is played, red does not want to play h8+7 and chooses to go for h8+9. Black immediately counters. Red goes for the 5-7 cannons, enticing black to make this move, and then he will develop his left chariot as a rank chariot so far. And in this variation, Black would play e3+5. e3+5 is a more subtle approach to the game. Now, the intentions of this move was that Black did not want to open up his position at this point in time. So with e3+5, he would have the options of developing his chariot better slightly later on. And for his next move, Black will be prepared to play p1+1 to trade pawns and then command the cross riverbank rank. So this would be, and how would red continue? Red will play r2+6. Now, this is a correct order of moves. If red chose to play r9 equals to 6 at this point, Black would capture the pawn, attack the cannon, and if he played r6 equals to 8 to try to trade material, block, protect, retreat, preparing to play c7 equals to 9 to gain material, but black would be slightly faster. The reason for red falling behind because this chariot had moved 1, 2, 3, 4 moves out of the 11 plies thus far, and this would lead to black slowing down his tempo. So black would acquire a chance to rally momentum for a counter attack. So that's why r9 equals to 6 is not a good idea. Instead, r2+6 would be a better move, because after making r2+6, black would not be able to play c8+4. So black would play r1+3 to protect his pawn rank. This move would protect the central pawn so that black could now trade chariots if need be. Now it would be the correct time to play r9 equals to 6, and this would be the position of discussion for this board. Now black directly offered a trade of chariots. Now this is a clear and precise style of play. In the olden times, a6+5 was played, but the effects were not so good. By offering a trade of chariots, if red accepted, after trading chariots, this red chariot cannot attack this point because this cannon would now be covering it. Neither can red capture the central pawn because the chariot was protecting the central pawn. There will be two main variations. The first will be r2 equals to 3, whereby red refuses, and the other one will be red accepting the trade of chariots. So let us go to variation A. r2 equals to 3. Red does not want to trade chariots and implies pressure on the horse, but in doing so, black would now retreat his cannon to the throat rank and be prepared to play c9 equals to 7 to attack the chariot. Now it would be a good idea for red to play r3 equals to 4 at this point. It would be a bad idea to attack from the central file because threatening the chariot, black would now solidify his central file. Let's say if red continued, hoping to gain, because if the black pawn captured, red will capture the black chariot. But in doing so, black would continue with i+6 to attack first, r4+2, and because the pawn was here, now black would actually be starting to will actually start to attack with this move, and this would pose many problems for red, because black could now attack the elephant. He could also move to the central file to deliver a counter check. So that is why p5 plus 1 is not a good idea. And if we were to go back, it would be much harder for red to control the situation. So p5 plus 1, not fast enough. r3 plus 4 is better, because now red could actually threaten to push p3 plus 1 across the river to attack. So black would have to take precautionary measures to prevent the pawn from crossing, and now it will be time to attack the central file. If plus 5, prophylactic move. 6 plus 2, red, a very important move. This chariot will now protect the pawn, and it will show that red will be prepared to develop his horse to attack. p3 plus 1, a very good move by black, as he forcefully sacrificed the pawn. Now this will present many issues for red, because if black could not threaten to play, if black did not capture, he would threaten to play p3 plus 4 to gain momentum. Of course, red would have to accept, but in doing so, black could now play c2 equals to 4. You can see that his defenses are very well organized. Almost all the important ranks and files are connected. a6 plus 5, and black could now retreat his horse, protected by the chariot, to attack the red chariot and capture the pawn in the process. So at this point, black could have be active and have can be very satisfied with this outcome. This would be a battle, a very complicated situation. Neither color can foresee. It would be hard to foresee the final outcome now, but black can be very satisfied with this outcome, and this will lead us to the end of variation A. Now let us go to variation B. Red accepts the trade of chariot. By trading chariots, after accepting, the situation will be somewhat simplified on the board. So after trading chariots, red will now charge the horse to capture the pawn by force. Now, red wanted immediate gains, and this is quite often used tactic. Another possibility would be to play c7 minus 1. This would be by moving the cannon to safety. Black could then attack, and then this would be a discovered attack. Let's say, for example, red advanced the chariot over here. After moving away, the chariot would be threatening the black horse, and red could now maneuver his cannon across to the other side to attack if need be. So a prophylactic measure. h3 plus 4 protects the central pawn. Black makes this move, preparing to play p7 plus 1 to try to gain material. p1 plus 1, but black could still be in contention. He'll be faster, because red must capture the pawn. After doing so, the black chariot, let's say red must capture the pawn, but after doing so, the red chariot will now threaten the horse, and this horse will be in trouble because it will not have any good moves to make. If it moved, the horse will still be in trouble. So black could still be in contention. Red's chariot, although threatening, can be countered by black's cross river bank chariot also. So that is why c7 minus 1 is a possibility, but both colors would have to prepare for a very complicated battle. h3 plus 4, a6 plus 5. Red consolidates his defenses as he waits for red to wear himself out, and red's direction of attack is still not very clear. By moving the advisor, black could actually see how red would intend to attack, and then counter very accurately. Now if h8 plus 7 were played, red would attack this pawn, capture the cannon. Black's defenses will be somewhat disoriented, and then play c7 minus 1. Red will have slight initiative, as he could be signaling that he'll be attacking this flank if need be. a6 plus 5, h4 plus 3. Black counter applies pressure. Possibility would be to play h8 plus 9, so that if the horse moves, black gains an elephant. 3 plus 1, a prophylactic move. Black now starts his mischief on this flank. And p5 plus 1, a very powerful move to give this chariot a very open line, sacrificing the pawn. And if red played h4 minus 3, h3 minus 4, sorry, black will likewise make this move. So in this board, as mentioned earlier, the key move would be black's e3 plus 5. Now this is a very subtle form of defense, because this cannon, the efficiency of this cannon attacking this, the threat of this cannon attacking this elephant would be no more, and black could start his campaign. Also, you can see that in the second variation, after trading chariots, black would still be able to maintain a very powerful staunch formation. So this is very complicated, but black can be very satisfied or happy with this outcome. Whereas in variation A, by not accepting, the situation is also complicated, but black would seem to have the upper hand in this position. So black can be satisfied with this outcome. So perhaps for red, a better move would be to trade chariots. So this brings us to the end of today's board. This is a short one. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you like the work that I've been doing, please do subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you.